Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I am here with my June TBR and I am so excited. It is now summer, it is Pride Month and it's also Amazing Readathon, which I'm going to be taking part in, which I'm so excited about. If you've never heard of the Amazing Readathon, this was created by the lovely Brie from Four Paws on a Book, and it's essentially based on the show Race Around the World, or Race Across the World if you're in the UK, and we basically have to travel to different countries, different legs, and you read books for the prompts. But this year is a little bit different because we are actually going to be traveling to magical worlds this time, which is really, really exciting. And also there's a brand new format which I'm going to be doing for this Amazing Readathon, because I really struggle sometimes with competitive readathons. I do struggle to keep up and try and read as many books as possible because I end up burning myself out and getting in a slump. So this time around, Brie has decided to do a non-competitive team, which I have decided to join, which I'm really, really excited. So I have decided to join the Pathfinders team. There are four other teams. We have I've got the information here on the Google Doc. We have the Illusionists, we have the Steel Watchers, we have the Gale Weavers, and we have the Lord Keepers. And I've decided to join the Team Pathfinders. So this is a non-competitive team. We don't have any rules as such. We can skip prompts, we can do them out of order, or read sightseeing prompts before the travel books. The Pathfinders are the no rules, all vibes team, which is absolutely amazing. I think this is just what I needed, because I still wanted to take part in the readathon, but I'm always really I always beat myself down a little bit for not reading as much as everyone else, because I end up getting in a slump halfway through and I struggle to keep up with all the prompt drops and all the other stuff. So this is perfect for me. And our lovely team co-hosts are Cara from Cara's Bookshelf and Krista from Books and Jam. So I will leave Brie's announcement video if you still want to sign up. It's not too late to sign up. It will be running throughout the whole month of June, and so I've got a pile of possibilities that I want to try and get to during the month of June. I have some queer books, I've got some fantasy, I've got some horror, I've got some contemporary romance, I've got a mix of everything, which is amazing. So, and I will also leave Cara and Krista's channels down below as well, so you can go and check out those lovely guys out. So without further ado, let's just crack on with my June TBR, which I'm so excited about. Okay guys, so I have got quite a good pile of possibilities, and because we are the Pathfinders, we were allowed to get the travel prompts ahead of time. We haven't got any sightseeing prompts. We don't have to do the sightseeing prompts necessarily, but if a book fits for the prompts, we can count it. So it's just going to be very chilled and kind of go with the flow and see how this goes. So we were allowed to get the prompts, the travel prompts ahead of time. So I picked out a book for each prompt, and I'm not pressuring myself to get to all of this. I would love to be able to get to all of these, but I am not pressuring myself. We're the Pathfinders. It's just going to be go with the flow and mood read, which is absolutely amazing. So our first prompt we have is for a cozy book, and this one I felt definitely ticked the prompt of cozy, and this is also going to be my own book club pick for the month of June, Cozy Corner Book Club. I'll leave a link to my book club Discord down below if you'd like to come along and join us for this. But the book in question is Sorcery and Small Magics by Magia Ducey. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And this is a recent Fairy Loot book that I got last year, I want to say. And it is queer, and it is enemies to lovers romance, I believe, and we're following Leo Vander Lovage, who is a master of small magics. He can summon butterflies with a song or turn someone's hair pink by snapping his fingers. Such minor charms don't earn him much admiration from other sorcerers or his father, but anything more elaborate ways blows up in his face, which is why Leo vowed years ago to never again write powerful magic. And then we meet Sebastian Grimm, who is his rival. He's his total opposite. He's respected, exceptionally talented, and an absolute insufferable curmudgeon. The only thing they agree on is that getting caught using forbidden magic would mean the end of their careers. They need to counter spell fast. Chasing rumours of a powerful sorcerer with a knack for undoing curses, Leo and Grimm entered the unquiet wood, a forest infested with murderous monsters and dangerous outlaws. To dissolve the curse, they'll have to uncover the true depths of Leo's magic, set aside their long-standing rivalry, and much to their horror work together, even as an odd spark of attraction flares between them. So I'm so excited, and this is a stunning Fairy Loot edition. I mean, look at that artwork. you guys. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I love this edition. And this is, I'm also planning to read this for another project I've got coming up in June as well, so I'll talk more about that later, but that is going to be for my cozy book prompt. Next up, we have the prompt of a book that features a romance. I don't physically own this book yet. I have a copy coming to me. I managed to find the Fairyloot edition for this book on Vinted, and I got it for £3. I'm not joking. I literally got it for £3, and I'm so excited to get the Fairyloot edition of this one, because I did cancel my combo box to try and save a bit of money, but I was able to get this off of Vinted for £3, and it is Rachel Gillick's new book, The Night and the Moth. I am so excited for this book. I don't want to really know anything about it. I know it's like dark and gothic, and it's about a prophetess and a night, and there's a prophecy, I think, and it just sounds so good. It's romantic, fantasy romance. I'm just so excited for this book, so that's going to count for that prompt. Then next up, we have a book with a green cover. So for this one, I decided to go for a horror that I was planning to read anyway. I've got it on my Our Fantasy Bingo TBR, and I've decided to go for episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This is a horror about a documentary, like paranormal investigators, film crew that go and investigate this house, and I'm assuming a lot of creepy, weird, ghosty stuff starts happening, and I think there's a married couple in here. One of them is a skeptic who does believe in ghosts and paranormal stuff, and his wife doesn't, if I remember correctly. I think I might try the audiobook for this one, because I've heard really good things about it from Steph, so that's going to go on my TBR for that prompt. Then next up, we have low ratings you think you'll love. So for this one, I've decided to go for, again, another book on my Our Fantasy TBR. So I'm definitely going to make a lot of progress on my Our Fantasy TBR. I've decided to go for A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft. This was, I think it was like a 3.4 average rating on Goodreads, which isn't amazing, kind of average, but I did really enjoy A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft, so I really liked her writing style, and this is a bit more kind of dark academia kind of vibes. It's academic rivals, I think, and a murder mystery kind of element, so I think I might enjoy this one. So I've decided to go for that one. Then next up, we have got a book that's set in a large city. So I've decided to go for a contemporary romance for this one. And I've decided to go for Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I saw this on Jodie's channel. Jodie from Vanilla Moon, she read this recently, and I think she really enjoyed it. And this one follows a couple who end up involved with a surprise pregnancy, and it leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt, slow-burn, friends-to-lovers romance of found family and unexpected love. So we're following Eve. Hatch is pretty content with her life. Her apartment in Brooklyn, so it is set in a city, is cosy and close to her childhood best friend Willa. And then we meet Derek, who is... her most recent romantic history is consisted of not one but two disappointing men named Derek. And then we meet Shep, who is Willa's brother, who is her best friend's brother, and they end up getting pregnant, and I'm assuming it just goes from there. I love this cover. It looks very, very summery, spring kind of vibes, which definitely gets me really, really excited. So I've decided to put that on my TBR as well. Okay guys, so next up, our next prompt we have got is a violent word in the title. So for this one, I think that this will count. I did check on the Discord to see if this would work, and I would say that this word is quite a violent word. But I am going to put on A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. I finally have a copy of this book in my hands, and I'm so excited. This is a sequel to A Fate Inked in Blood, which I absolutely adored. It was my favourite book of last year. But I have since heard mixed reviews about this one, so I am a little bit worried that I'm not going to love this one as much. But fingers crossed that I do, because I did absolutely adore A Fate Inked in Blood. So curse, I would say, is the violent word. So I would say a curse is quite a bad thing. So this one, I can't really tell you anything about this one, but it's about a shield maiden called Freya, and she ends up in a forbidden romance with the son of the Jarl warriors. It's Norse mythology inspired, and and she ends up in a forbidden romance with Bjorn, who is the son of the guy that runs the Jarl Crew. She's got a goddess's magic in her, and she is a shield maiden. A shield maiden fights to break the shackles of prophecy and to overcome the betrayal of the man who broke her heart in the searing conclusion to the Norse-inspired fantasy romance duology that began with the #1 Sunday Times best-selling A Fate Inked in Blood. So I am beyond excited for this book, and I really hope that I love this one, because I have heard mixed reviews for it. So fingers crossed that it is a good kind of conclusion to the duology. I'm a little bit sad it's going to be just a duology, because maybe it would have been better as a trilogy, but we'll have to wait and see how we get on with it. Next up, we have A Celestial or Godly Word. Now, this one has been on my TBR for a while, but the sequel has just come out recently, so if I enjoy it, I might maybe give the sequel a go, but maybe just on my Kindle. But this is The God and the Gummy Hole by Sophie Kim. This was a Fairy Loot edition again. Why are you just focusing on my face? There we go. Look at that cover. Is that not just stunning? Absolutely stunning. And I love the naked hardback on this one. It's just, it's so pretty. So this one, we're following our main character, Kim Haney, who is the once terrible gummy hole known as the Scarlet Fox, spends her days working at a cafe and trying not to let a certain customer irk her. Sioka? I don't know how you pronounce that. A trickster god, exiled from the heavens, spends his days hunting demons, pinning for his lost home, and irking a particular gummy hole. When a demon of darkness escapes the underworld and the Scarlet Fox emerges from hiding before quickly vanishing, Sioka is offered the chance at redemption. Kill them both and his sins will be forgiven. But Hani is prepared to do anything to prevent Sioka from bringing her to justice, anything that is, except falling in love. So it does sound quite cute. I know Steph read this recently. I think she gave it 4 stars. She quite enjoyed it. He's a fallen god. She's a shape-shifting fox. They'll do anything to outsmart each other, except anything except fall in love. So it sounds quite cute. I've never really read anything that's like got a gummy hole kind of vibe to it, like Korean kind of mythology. So it's something a little bit different. So I am excited to get to this one. Then next up, our prompt is, let me see, we have a shorter book. So for this one, I've decided to go for Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. This has been on my Kindle for a while. I think this is like a fairy tale retelling about a princess, I think. And I haven't really tried any of T. Kingfisher's fairy tale retellings. So I have only read The Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, I want to say, but I haven't really tried any of her fairy tale retellings. Her fairy tale retellings tend to be a lot darker, which I am quite intrigued about, so that's going to go on my TBR as well. Then next up, we have an over-the-top cover. So something that is like loud and bright, something that's a little bit over the top. So for this one, I've decided to put down a Forgery of Fate by Elizabeth Lim. This is her brand new release, and this cover is absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with it. I don't want to know anything about it. I have read from Elizabeth Lim previously. I've read the Six Crimson Cranes duology, and I've read Her Radiant Curse, and I gave a mix of 4 and 5 stars. I really enjoyed them. And I've also got Spin the Dawn on my Our Fancy TBR as well, which is quite an outrageous cover as well. So if I have time to fit that in, I would like to get to that one too. And then our final prompt for my pile of possibilities is a chilling cover or a winter setting. So for this one, I'm going to put on Beartown by Frederick Backman. I'm going to be reading this on my Kindle, and I would say this cover is definitely wintry. It's set in Canada, I want to say, about a hockey team. So it's like a wintry set in snow, all that kind of stuff. And I think the plot of this one is there's a girl who is sexually assaulted by one of the hockey guys on the team, and like the hockey team's like the pride of the town, and I'm assuming there'll be like a police investigation kind of thing, and it does sound quite interesting, so I'm excited to give that a go. So those are all my pile of possibilities for the amazing readathon, and I don't know what the sightseeing prompts will be, but if any other books work for the sightseeing prompts, I'll pick them up too. But I do have a couple of other things that I'm really keen to get to in the month of June. Okay guys, so the actual project that I was mentioned briefly, I'm going to be doing a Read the Rainbow reading vlog. So basically, we are in the month of June, it's Pride Month, so I've decided to give this challenge a try. So basically, I have the colours of the rainbow, and I'll pick one book, one queer, queer, sapphic, trans, anything like that, anything that's part of the LGBTQIA plus umbrella, and I'll pick a book that fits with a colour on the cover, and I'll read it for that colour. So that's essentially it. So you might have been able to see maybe one of the books I might be reading for that vlog, and I'm going to do Sorcery and Small Magics for the green. So I thought that was quite a good fit. But I'm not going to mention any of the other books that I picked out. That'll just be a surprise for the reading vlog. So I do hope that you watch it and enjoy it. So I do have 2 buddy reads that I'm going to be taking part in. So first I am going to be reading The Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. This is going to be for Becca, from Becca Fowles' Patreon buddy read. It's her first Patreon buddy read. And this is sapphic, I believe. So that's quite exciting. And there's dragons, epic fantasy. I have tried The Rune of Kings by Jen Lyons. I couldn't really make head or tail, but I didn't really enjoy it. But this one does sound really good, and it is a standalone too, so that is quite positive. So I'm going to be reading that for the month of June. And then my own read-along, which, if you haven't seen my announcement video, myself and the lovely Kim from Uncommon Kim, we are going to be doing Gwyn Along, which is reading all of John Gwyn's backlist and series, which is really, really exciting. So, we're kicking off in the month of June, and we're going to be reading Malice by John Gwyn. This is an epic fantasy, Game of Thrones kind of vibes about the Black Sun and the Bright Star. We're following the main character, Corbin. There's giants, there's war going on. It's a junker-dunker, but I think it's going to be a really good time. And we will be doing live shows and reading sprints during Gwyn Along, which is really, really exciting. So if you want to come along and join us for the months of June all the way through until May next year, I want to say, you're more than welcome to come and join us. There is a Discord set up. I will leave that down below, our announcement videos down below, if you want any more information about the read along. But yeah, that is going to be our buddy read for the month of June. Okay guys, so I do have a couple of books that I would love to get to in the month of June. Obviously I'm going to mention my Kindle. If there's anything I'm in the mood for on my Kindle, I will pick it up. So something that's like summer vibes, like some fantasy, anything like that really. I've got a couple of arcs I would maybe like to try and get to. But yeah, definitely, I think Cookie definitely took a lot out of me. So maybe a little break off my Kindle might be good. But if I'm in the mood for anything, I will pick something up on my Kindle. But I do want to maybe try and get to One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. This was gifted to me by my lovely friend Barb. So thank you so much, Barb, for this. This is a summer romance. I never anticipated Charlie Florek, but Charlie Florek changed my life. I think I might maybe read This Summer Will Be Different first, which I do have on my Kindle, because that follows this one follows the brother of that character from the first book, so I might maybe do that. And they're both summer romances, so I definitely want to try and get to that one. I've never tried a Carly Fortune before. I've got another one of her books, Meet Me at the Lake, so I would maybe like to try and get to that as well. I think they'll be perfect for summer. Then I do desperately want to continue on with more BK Borson. This is Mixed Signals. This is book 3 in the Love Like Farms series, and this is the summer season book. Look at that. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. And this one we are following Layla, a bashful man who can rock a Hawaiian shirt, a hopeful and dreamy bakery owner, your favourite Englewild residence, and enough sweets to give you a cavity. Layla Dupree has given up on love. Apparently owning the bakery at Englewild's most romantic destination does not help one's love life. Despite her best efforts, all she wants is a partner who gives her butterflies, not someone who goes to her at a dinner and leaves her with the check. Caleb Alvarez can never make it past the first date, which has nothing to do with his long-term crush on the hot bakery owner who serves him coffee every morning, nothing at all. After saving Layla from a date gone bad, he simply has a simple proposition: 1 month of no strings dating. He'll do his best to renew her faith in love while she rates his romantic game. It's a win-win situation. But there's one thing they haven't considered: the chemistry between them is red hot. Will Kalo be the secret ingredient that Layla has been missing? So it does sound really, really, really cute. And I love this edition. So these are the Afterlight Illumicrate editions. And I should only have business casual left, which I'm really, really excited. So if I've got time to fit that in the month of June, I will try and get to it. And then lastly, I'm really intrigued and want to try and get to Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I think this will be perfect for summer. This is a romance that follows a swimmer and a diver, I want to say. Scarlett Vandermeer is swimming upstream, a junior at Stanford, and a student athlete who specialises in platform diving. Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationships, at least, that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, all-round aquatics golden boy Lucas Blomqvist, I have no idea how you pronounce that, thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records, complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slips out and everything changes. So they start an arrangement, and as the pressure leading to the Olympics heats up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutual, satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realises that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. So it sounds good. And I do tend to love Ali Hazelwood's non-STEM romances. I didn't love The Love Hypothesis. I'm sorry if you love The Love Hypothesis. I didn't like it. I just don't think STEM romances are for me. But I really enjoyed Check and Mate, and I really liked Bride. So I'm hoping that this one will be a win for me. So I think that should be everything that I want to read in the month of June. I will have my Read the Rainbow TBR, but I'm not going to share that on here. That's going to be a surprise for that video. So yeah, I think that's going to be my complete June TBR, which I'm really, really excited about. Okay guys, so I am going to wrap up my June TBR. I'm really excited. Do let me know if you're taking part in the Amazing Readathon. Leave down below what team you're on. Let me know what books that you're excited for in the month of June. Are you reading any Pride books, all that good stuff? Do let me know in the comments what your favourite read of May has been, and what is your most anticipated read for the month of June. But if you would hear watching the video you didn't have anything to say, leave me a little rainbow emoji for Pride, or a little plane for the Amazing Readathon. As I mentioned, I will leave the announcement video, Bree's announcement video, in the box down below if you want to go and check out the Amazing Readathon if you want to take part. I'll leave the co-host for Team Pathfinders as well, and yeah, I'll leave my book club if anybody's interested in joining my book club. We will be reading Sorcery and Small Magic, so there's a lot of stuff going on for the month of June, but it's definitely going to be really chilled. I'm just going to have a proper break from doing competitive readathons for a while, all that good stuff. So I will love you and leave you. Give this video a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next video very soon. Bye.